Hello and welcome to another episode of our Speakeasy podcast. I am John.
I am Ken.
And welcome.
Welcome, guys.
What's happening?
It's been an eventful week.
It has been. Yeah.
I was at the lake. Had a good time. We can talk about it more. I know you were down the shore and
I
stuff.
was down the shore, yeah.
So we can definitely talk about that in a little bit. But let's pour a little bourbon first.
Yes,
I think.
please.
We have Nashville Barrel Company. This is their small batch straight bourbon whiskey. This is their cask strength, coming in at 6 years. 115.20 proof. That's some heat there, probably.
Yes,
yeah, I mean,
sir.
it looks pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not super familiar with Nashville, just so you know.
Well, Nashville's in Tennessee.
Yes. Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where that is? Are you familiar with?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's below West
'Cause
Virginia.
I'm walking in Memphis. I've been down kind of in that area before.
Yeah.
But as far as Nashville Barrel, it's interesting, John, because I don't think that this is sourced elsewhere.
Oh, okay. So there's no Nashville distillery in Nashville.
Well, so basically, when you read the bottom, it says distilled in Kentucky, bottled by Nashville Barrel Company, Nashville, Tennessee. So it looks like it's bottled by them. Let me just read a little backstory on this here. We did it our way. It started with 3 friends who saw where the bourbon industry was going. More allocations, making good whiskey harder to find, enjoy, and share. In 2018, these friends began picking and aging their own select barrels. In February of 2020, they released their first single barrel. So this is pretty recent. The bourbon community supported, endorsed, and embraced Nashville's newest tradition. So the other thing which is interesting, because I did a little homework prior to this, and a lot of people. So it says distilled in Kentucky, but then when I look online, like I see a lot about Indiana. So I don't know what the deal is here.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, it sounds like they're everywhere, and whatever. If it's good bourbon, I don't care where it's from. But let's see, John.
Yeah. Nashville. We were talking about that maybe for our next guys trip as a possibility.
Yeah, we did talk about that, didn't we? Huh?
We did.
Interesting. Yeah, I get you.
Little Blantones.
The glass, yeah. John got a little jelly today because I
did. Oh, you're gonna use the glass too?
I picked up some Whiskey Thief stuff because when we were over at Whiskey Thief, and that was like the highlight of our Kentucky trip, we didn't stop at the store though while we were there because we were in a rush to head over to Bullet.
Yeah, we had a
tour.
Which we were late for.
We were late for it, and we missed
because we had
half
such
the
a
tour.
good time at Whiskey Thief.
Yeah, we missed half the tour, and they worked with us, which was pretty cool with the guys at Bullet. But
Yeah.
we did the fun part. We did the tasting at the end, so we missed the whole.
We missed the tour, but we got to the tasting.
Yeah, whatever it is.
And
what it is.
that's all we need is the liquid.
Yeah.
We don't know how we know how it's made.
We were on enough tours by that point where we're kind of like, whatever. So, yeah, we didn't go to their store there, and I was like, man, I'm kind of a bit ticked off we never actually went to the store, so I just went online. And
Have you opened your Whiskey Thief yet?
No.
All right, so mine's open. Maybe next time we come, I'll bring mine.
I was thinking about that. I was wondering, I'm like, did John ever bring the Whiskey Thief?
No, I never did.
I know you opened it.
Yeah, I'll bring it next time because mine's open already. So
yeah. Well, let's get back to Nashville Barrel
Yeah.
here, and let's give this one a nose. See what you think.
Cheers.
I smell clean cotton.
I smell. I was gonna say the same thing. Did you just do laundry? I smell the. I almost smell like the corn.
Candy. I'm getting a little candy.
Are you? It's not.
Toffee. Maybe a little.
It smells like when we did those tours, and you smell almost like soury a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cotton.
Yeah, it's always. Damn. Anyways.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
I'm picking up another bottle of this, man.
That's pretty smooth.
This is good.
The flavor lingers on the back of the tongue.
Yeah.
It's not burning my chest.
No.
It
Well,
don't
I
taste
actually feel the heat on my chest.
It's not burning though. Like
Yeah.
the way the proof is.
No.
I don't know. I thought it
It's
would
not
be a lot worse.
No, it's got a nice Kentucky hug there, bro. Or Indiana, or Nashville, or wherever you want to call it.
Newark, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a good flavor. I can't pick it up though. I cannot pick up the flavor at all.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been striking out with that lately.
We have been. Because we're drinking so damn much.
Yeah. It's like...
I think our tongues are turning on us. I like it though.
A little candy corn, maybe.
It's solid.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Little candy corn, a little creme brulee.
A little cream of some young guy.
Cream of some young guy.
Yeah, this is solid.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, this is solid.
I'm usually weary. Like I have a St. Augustine distillery bourbon that I haven't brought yet. You know, and every time I bring a bourbon, it's you know. But I'm always weary about these little places.
I'm laughing because you talk like me. I always say weary, and my wife corrects me. She's like, "It's leery."
Weary?
Isn't it? Or maybe it's the opposite.
I thought it was weary. No, maybe you're right. Maybe it is leery.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it is leery.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
And she's like, "You don't use that right." Weary means I don't know, but or maybe I am saying it wrong now. Maybe because I'm thinking in my head. Maybe I do say no. I say weary. I think
I say weary.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be
always
leery.
weary.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's this is solid. I like this. Nashville. Now, where did you find this? You said
Somerville Super Saver.
okay, so it is in liquor stores then.
Yeah. So I find Somerville sometimes
Budget
gets
friendly?
stuff that's kind of like you don't see it every store. That's the cool thing about there. They'll experiment and get different things.
I was in Total Wines, man, and their bourbon selection is just insane. But I don't know what I'm buying because there's things that I've never. We've done 100 bourbons, and I'm still looking at stuff, and I'm like, I've never even heard of that before.
Take a photo next time, send it to me, and I'll say, hey, maybe check this one out.
Maybe.
I do it all the time, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, just take a photo. Like, well, sometimes if my wife's at like Bottle King or something, I'll be like, oh, take a photo of the cabinet, you know, and she'll take a photo of it. I'm like, nothing. You know, and like sometimes you'll find like because Bottle King's great with doing things at retail price. That means there's no mark, like it's just regular retail. They're the best for it, actually, as far as retail goes. Total Wine, Gary's, some of these other places, they tend to give it a little bit more of a markup. Yeah, it depends. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
Now, I can't figure out if the bourbon that's in like the middle of the aisle and not on a shelf, is that like the crap bourbon that they're trying to get rid of? Or is that something they're promoting that week?
Sometimes they're promoting. Sometimes they do a store pick. So if you go to like a Wegmans, they have whiskey barrels lined up, and they'll put like store picks on those.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily it's like a special, I guess you can say, because they. Because
I want to buy a rando. I just want to buy a rando bottle of something I never heard of.
Yeah.
But it's always in the back of my head, like, do I want to spend the money on a rando?
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But this one here, was this a budget friendly bourbon?
Yeah, it might have been on the average, I would say. Okay. Yeah, the average. Not super cheap, but not super expensive. You know.
Okay.
Kind of right in that middle, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's this is solid. I would actually look to get some more Nashville stuff now. Having this.
And this is a 6-year. We said.
You know, I have a 6-year. I have seen it in my go-to store in New York, and not this one, but a different Nashville barrel, and he's always trying to push it on me. I was like, I feel bad because I ended up buying it elsewhere, but this is also a different bottle.
Yeah,
I like that it had the H statement on it.
Yeah,
and I like that it's a cask strength, and I love cask strength stuff. You know, that's usually my go-to is cask strength. I like higher proof stuff, so I like to feel that nice Kentucky.
I have been trending my way in that direction.
Yeah,
it's weird.
So you want to hear you you want to hear something funny real quick, and we're going to talk about that the direction you're going with that. But just real quick. Because I work in sensory and everything like that, and so we have descriptions of things, and we were talking about chest warmth on certain products, I guess, that we were trying out.
Right.
And I said, in the bourbon world, that nice warmth you feel there, we call that a Kentucky hug.
That's Kentucky hug.
So they actually added that to the description.
Get out of here! Did they really? That's awesome.
Kentucky hug. And,
That's great.
It's just that. But it was a great way to describe it because anyone who's had alcohol before, and they know that warmth, they kind of can associate and that together. So you find yourself, you've been getting into the higher proofs.
The higher proofs, yeah. I feel like the 90 proof and under doesn't really work for me anymore. I'm kind of like, I need more flavor. I need more,
I think there's something, and I hate to say it, but I feel like there's a correlation between higher proof and better flavor.
Yeah, I agree. 100% I agree.
Yeah.
It's weird because you feel like a higher proof bourbon is going to it's going to burn a little bit.
Yeah.
But that burn is like a flavorful burn.
Yeah.
Whereas if it just like goes down, you're just like, you're missing something.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I cannot throw ice in anything anymore. I cannot do it cold.
Can you? I like with these higher proof ones sometimes. I'm actually going to put a couple drops just to see how we do with that too. I mean, it's got good flavor already.
I forgot my water, so I can't even.
Well, you could use a drop, right?
I know this water's been here for like 6
No, I just changed it before you got here.
Something
I always change it before.
What'd you do, 2?
I did 3.
I'll do 3. I'll do 4.
All right. Let's see. Give it a little swirl.
Hey, those 4 drops actually cut it a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually more candy on that now, man. I'm getting more maple syrupy kind of now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see what else I'm getting in there.
It's like a French toast cinnamony maple syrupy type of thing, Lego my ego.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Pancakes and syrup.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
Very good. Heck yeah, man.
Thank you, Nashville.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Like I said, I don't care where you're sourcing. I don't care whatever. Kentucky, Indiana, Las Vegas.
Is that what it's called? Nashville
Texas.
Distillery? Is that what it said? The full name?
Nashville Barrel Company.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. But this is solid. Good job, guys. 3 guys.
Very nice.
It sounds like you're pandemic guys, basically. You kind of started around then, and shit. I'm gonna be looking for your product. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna look for that.
Yeah, this is really good. I love these nice surprises, And this is a first, and I love these fresh cracks on the show, Cool stuff. Good stuff.
I recently, I'm wearing my Yankee hat today. I've never worn a Yankee hat on the show, so I recently went to a Yankee game.
All right.
And that's another topic because baseball games now with a family of 4 almost unaffordable.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Jim Beam suite in there, and you can buy. They had all different beers, and they had a few different bourbons. While I was there as well, they had a Jim Beam, the regular Jim Beam bourbon that you can get straight or with a drink. They didn't have old fashions though. It was weird. Like you can mix it with soda or like a tonic. They had a Jim Beam Double Oak.
Okay.
That I have seen in the stores, and that I actually had at my buddy Chris's house. He bought it, and he's like, it was like $26.
All right.
It was phenomenal.
Nice.
Jim Beam Double Oak, phenomenal. Because I like those double oaks.
I know you love those double.
I like those double oaks, those toasted, and I saw it at Yankee Stadium, but it was like $19 for a drink, $22 for a drink, and I was like, I don't want a little bit for $20-something. When the bottle is $26 at the store.
Yeah.
But it was weird going to Yankee because I would never have noticed bourbon when I went to Yankee games. Now being into it, I'm like, ooh, they have bourbon here. What do they got? What do they got? What do they got?
Yeah.
And it's just funny how my mind now is I'm looking for more of something like this and less for something like this.
Well,
you've changed me for the worse.
Yeah, no, I have not
created
done
a monster.
No, I think in the long run, I may be saving you.
You've opened my eyes.
I think you're saving a little money because.
Yes, 100%.
Because a bottle for you, it seems to be lasting. I mean, as long as you're doing it that way, if you don't do it like me, and and do it where you're buying a bunch of bottles.
No.
If you're
No.
buying one every here and there, and it's
Every here and there.
and you have that instead of beers, which are they bloat you and all that stuff.
I had to go out and buy beer today because I'm like, I haven't had beers. Like, I don't have beers anymore. Like, everything I do is that. So, yeah, you're right. I can pay an $80 bottle and last me forever, whereas I'm spending $20 to $40 a week on 4-packs in the past. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, you're right. In the long run, it is probably saving money. And I'm enjoying it more.
Yes.
And less bloated. Like
Yes, yeah. That's the big thing. I mean, for beers now, I do Peronis and stuff like that. You know, that's what I do.
My go-to is like Stella in the basement.
Yeah,
Like if I want a beer, I'm just gonna have a Stella real quick.
Yeah.
Unless I'm at a brewery, I still enjoy my beer. Don't get me wrong, especially at a brewery. But when I'm home, I want to relax. Like I just feel like this helps me relax. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. By the way, I think I just got in big trouble.
Bye.
I forgot that I have my garden outside, and I have like the raised garden bed, and I turned the water on, and I forgot to shut it off.
Oh.
I'm getting texts galore from my wife. You forgot the water, and she's now like, I mean, I got to respond. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, respond. Let's do. We're live with the wife right now because I did hear water when I came in. I thought maybe you had it on a time, knowing you that it was like maybe on some special timer.
Yeah, I used to have it on a timer, which is probably.
So you just turned it on and you were like, "Fuck it, I'm going inside now."
Yeah. Let me just tell her, please stop texting. I'm recording.
Let's call her up. Call her and let her yell at you live over the microphone here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's like, I won't hear it's like I gotta. She knows I'm recording, and she and I just said, please stop texting, and she says,
she texted back, "Okay."
yeah, and she just texts more.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, my wife too. Whenever you text, my wife, like, even if I text her back something, she's got to reply like, "Okay." Like, you don't have to reply, "Okay." Like,
Yeah.
the conversation's over.
Yeah, it's over. No need.
No need.
Exactly. And yeah. I mean, did she? She's like, wait, you means you forgot it on? Yes, it means I forgot it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes. It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
Especially now, it's spring. Like everything's new. Like turning on the hoses. Like
Yeah.
we're still in that we're getting out of winter.
She's like, the wall's gonna collapse.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that would suck.
Yeah. But you know, we've had rainstorms where it's been downpouring longer. I turned it on.
Absolutely.
I turned it on right before you got here, so it hasn't been.
And you know
that
what? It's going to be a hot weekend.
Yeah.
So that sun's going to be blasting on that. They need to be wet.
long. My tomato plants are gonna be tomorrow
Yeah.
from overwatering it.
They're just going to grow bigger. That's all.
But yeah, the weather has been warmer. It's been nicer and everything.
We just celebrated Memorial Day.
Yeah, so we actually, just for full disclosure, sometimes John and I do like a spare episode here and there that we're like, we'll just tuck that one away for a little bit. And we try, sometimes we're like, oh, shoot, we'll talk about something on the spare episode that we've talked about before, like, even if it's just something in passing.
Springtime's a busy
Yeah,
season
we've been a little
for
busy
us.
sometimes, but we like to try to put something out every week if we could, even if it's a spare episode, just to keep it going. And so we didn't get to talk about Memorial Day, which for us, we're recording now on a Friday, so it just passed a few days ago. But when this airs, it's going to be about a week out from when it actually was. But it's cool to talk about our good times. You know.
How was the lake? Was it nice up there? Did you have nice weather?
Gorgeous weather every day except Monday. Monday it rained. Which I think it rains everywhere. But it was like one of those things where it rains in the afternoon, like on.
Yeah.
So in the morning, I was able to I had a couple of small projects I want to take care of up there. You know, I have a railing that was rotting on the stairs. You know, the stairs that go down and stuff. The long stairs. That was kind of like the post was like rotting, and so I just it was rotting so much I was able to just kick it down and put a brand new one up. So I did that while it was still not raining yet, and it was cool. We had a good time.
You always have projects though. Do you ever get up there to just relax?
We do both. Okay. So I try to. Sometimes I will go up there by myself just for projects.
Right.
And
I just don't picture you as a relaxing, like just kicking it.
We do.
Okay.
Once the alcohol, once the alcohol comes into play, and we have a few drinks, like after dinner time or something, then we're kind of like relax. We'll watch a show.
Yeah.
And it's gonna sound corny, but we played like Trivia Pursuit with our son and
that's
stuff
not
like
corny
that.
at all.
You
no.
know,
I mean that's what you do.
Yeah, he did well too, because
know?
it's a version, like it's like a family version, so they have the cards for the kids and the
Yeah,
cards
yeah,
for.
yeah.
And considering it's like 8 and up, and he's not 8, but you know he still did all right considering. We kind of cheated a little sometimes, where if we saw a card and we knew he didn't know the answer, or one that he may know the answer, we kind of like just switched. It
Sure,
around,
sure,
you know,
absolutely.
just to make it more fun for him and stuff, or whatever. So. And then, you know, but some of the questions were like easy for our generation. Like one of them was like, was Michael Jordan's jersey number 32, 23, 44? I'm like, are you serious? I'm like,
yeah.
come on. Everyone knows it's 23, you know. But it was a good time, a nice getaway.
Good.
Enjoyed some dinners out there, did some grilling.
Oh, you did some grilling?
Yeah, I went to shout out to Union Pork Store. I think I've mentioned them on the show before.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
I bought some. I went down there. It's a good drive.
I'll never forget that thick sliced bacon and that what was it? That cheddar. What you bought? You bought some kind of sausage with cheese in it or something?
Yeah. Asiago maybe.
It was so good.
Yeah, I picked up some candy bacon and I picked up some honey sriracha bacon.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was the honey sriracha is freaking
That's
untouchable,
insane.
man. It's so good. It's like you can't beat that one. But yeah. So and you went where to my brother's?
I went down to your brother's down
Cool.
in Lavalette. Yeah, we it was very nice. We had a good time. I got down there. I sat in almost 3 hours of traffic. Well, both of us sat in almost 3 hours of traffic.
Yeah.
To get there. But we got there about 6 o'clock. After leaving at about 3:15, 3:30, we got there about 6. We went to Seaside Heights and picked up some cheesesteaks. Brought
Nice.
it back to the house.
Midway.
No, we went to Steaks Unlimited.
Oh, okay.
Remember back MTV, that first original Jersey Shore thing back before Jersey Shore came out?
Yeah, I do remember
And that guy, he's like, I want my fucking cheese balls.
Yeah.
Where's my cheese balls?
He was a Lindner's guy. That
Yeah,
guy.
they were Lyndhurst guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went there. It was pretty good. And then we kind of just hung out on the outside patio he's got there, and you know, we had some White Claws and we had some beers, and he brought a Woodford Double Oak down, so I had some of that.
Oh, his other bottle that he had sitting
He
in there?
he bought it just to bring it down there.
Oh,
I was like,
alright.
wow, you got like 3 of them in your house. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, he bought it to bring down there to keep down there.
All right.
Which he mostly bought it for me, which I'm appreciative for.
I don't think my brother really drinks too much bourbon, though.
I didn't see him have any.
Yeah.
No. That it was one night that first night we it was like 12:30.
Yeah.
And we just kept sucking him down,
Yeah.
sucking him down. His neighbors came over and we sucking him down. And he's like, I gotta pee. I was like, so let's go upstairs. We'll pee and we'll just hang out before we go to bed. Maybe have a nightcap.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go pee, and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. I'm like, where the hell is he?
Yeah.
I text him. I go, are you? He's like, I'm in bed. I go, what do you mean you're in bed? You said you were going to pee. I was like, I'm sitting here waiting to open up this bourbon. He's like, oh, just open it. I don't care. I was like, all right. But it was cool. You know what I mean? It's the shore. We did Seaside Heights for the day. One day. That's a shit show. Down there, you know.
I haven't been there in 20 something years.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You're not missing anything. They redid a lot of it. We went to a nice restaurant and stuff, you know. But
Yeah. How were the kids? They had a good time?
Kids had a great time. They didn't want to leave. I had to leave Sunday night instead of Monday because my town does a Memorial Day parade. I'm part of the Recreation Commission in town, so we are in charge of the parade. So I had to be there.
So it was just you two, you guys, the two families, or?
The two families. Another friend of ours came down for the day. It was his first time. He coaches with us.
Oh, okay.
Our buddy Mike. He came down, brought his family. They just came for the day on Saturday, though.
Nice.
We took the kids out on the boat and stuff like that.
Cool.
So you said you did some grilling.
Yeah.
So what is all right? Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, you know what I mean? The grilling season.
Yeah.
What is Ken's top 3 things that you're gonna grill? Like, what is your favorite?
Well, you got to do burgers, hot dogs.
But where do you like?
I do it different, though. I do it different. For instance, so I remember I mentioned I went to Union Pork Store.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up I picked up I didn't buy the hot dogs from the supermarket, which I'm not against. I do that sometimes, you know. I picked up the hot dogs from the butcher where he makes his own.
Yeah.
So he made some Icelandic style hot dogs. So they're like
what's
lamb.
that?
It's like lamb hot dogs and stuff.
I never
It was
heard of
interesting.
that.
It's more like gourmet and shit. And then I picked up some regular ones for my son just in case he didn't like the Icelandic ones. They came out great.
Interesting.
Man. I got this like I know it's gonna sound like I'm gonna sound like less of a man for saying this, but I picked up this Ninja grill. So it's like it's actually electric.
It's like a George Foreman grill.
Well, it's much more than that, and it's a grill for outside, but you have there's a slot on the side, and you put your smoking pellets on the side and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually smoke in there. All you have to do is hit buttons.
That's awesome.
And whatever for up there, it's great. I mean, here I have my not the egg.
You got your egg. Is it an egg? Isn't it?
No, it's the other one, Vision Grill or something like that.
Same thing.
So I use that for here. Like that's for like the real deal kind of stuff. There's no propane, no gas, just straight up charcoal. That's what I have here. For up there, sometimes we just want it. We're a little bit more like I just want something quick. I'm gonna throw it on, and
But I
stuff.
mean, are you like buying burgers and just like burgers and dogs guy? Are you like I'm gonna go out and get some flank steak?
I picked up 2 sirloins.
Okay, so you do some steak as well.
Yes. My first choice was going to be a skirt steak, just to do like a chimichurri.
Skirt flank, yeah,
Yeah.
similar, yep.
But the butcher said, he's like, oh, we don't have that right now. He's like, I'll give you a good sirloin. I was like, all right, that's fine. Yeah, I'll take a sirloin, and I'll season it up and throw it on the grill. Anyone who doesn't cook, anyone who's like new to like cooking, grilling, any kind of cooking at all, especially if you're concerned about getting that right texture, always have a digital thermometer. I actually prefer a digital thermometer because I find like the old school ones, like they take forever to kind of, and you can hardly
circle on it,
and you
you're
can
like
hardly
waiting for go.
Exactly, and it's hard to read.
By the time it hits it, it just gained like 10 more degrees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm actually a big digital thermometer guy. I discovered something cool about it, that all these digital thermometers, you get it on my Amazon for like $8 or something. They have a magnet in them. I didn't realize. I put it down on something metal, and I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah.
I'm like, "This is great! I could just stick it anywhere that's metal."
Yeah.
And I think they all have it because I have 2 different ones that I realize now have a magnet on it. And it's great, especially if you're cooking chicken. You want to make sure it's the temp. You have that. You want to do your steak medium rare. What's that, like 135 or something like that? Or
I'm usually the old school guy.
Yeah.
Like I'll do the palm thing. I can kind of tell how I like my meat.
Well, yeah, they used to do it where you do these 2 fingers was,
and then you do it this way. The fat of the.
Oh, I always did it up here.
Yeah, I always did it down here. You know what I mean? I think it went up something, whatever it was, but I know the way I like my meat, and I know the way my wife likes it burned to a crisp.
Yeah. So basically, you put your 2 fingers together. So if it's no fingers together, that's rare. Your thumb and your pointer together, that's medium rare. Middle is medium.
Yeah.
Medium well for the next one, and then your
It gets
pinky
hot. Yeah, now it's hard now.
is your and you're touching, like John said, you touch the fat of your
finger.
yeah, your hand there, and that's the way to tell if you want to do it that way.
Because I'm a medium rare guy with my. I'm a medium rare to medium with my meat, my steak. My burgers I like a more medium. I'm not I don't want the ground beef to just be in my mouth.
Yeah,
I prefer more medium that way. But my steak a good medium rare.
That's exactly what I do. Yes, and I did. So I just ended up the ground beef I just bought at the store. I have a Mexican shredded cheddar cheese and all this Mexican mix or whatever.
Very nice.
That I took, and I just grabbed a handful, threw it into the meat mix, and just mixed it all up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
just to get that kind of fat in there. The burgers came out fantastic. You got juicy fat, kind of like
Yeah. You know what I read somebody did? They chopped up bacon and put like the raw bacon inside with the ground beef.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I've never tried that. And I always wanted to.
It's good for a nice juicier burger.
I love grilling, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Well, this and this grill, this Ninja grill I got too. You can actually hook it up to your phone and stuff like that. I know he made fun of Jay for his Traeger and his doing that, but like I said, this is just for like up there.
Now, does it come with a sword? Is it Asian? What goes on? With
I turn it on, and it goes beep beep beep. Hello.
How will you like your meat today? It's fucked up.
I am ninja.
I am ninja.
What you want cook now?
So it's a ninja grill. It's not a hibachi grill. We have another topic we're going to talk about because something crazy happened this week that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk more, yeah.
I went to, it's funny, I texted you a picture of, I went to Magnify this afternoon.
All right.
I was in the office.
Yeah.
I wasn't hungry. I bought a bagel for breakfast, and I ate it at like 9 o'clock, and it was still lingering, and I was like, I'm just not hungry. But at 2 o'clock, I was like, I need to get out of the office.
Yeah.
I go, Magnify opens at 2. I head over. I probably go a couple times a month on
Yeah.
Fridays. And I saw this Pilsner there, and I was like, you know what? I'm into the Pilsners. Let me try it. And I thought it was pretty good. So I figured, let me pick it up, bring it back. Good old Magnify.
Yeah.
They never steer us wrong. This is called Refresh Pilsner. It's 5%, American-style Pilsner, clean and crisp. It came out like a month ago there. I've never had it before.
Yeah.
I never had any Pilsner from Magnify, to tell you the truth. And I thought it'd be cool to bring back and share with you.
Yeah.
And my first thought, I want to see if you agree with me, is it was a little darker than what I thought it would look like for a Pilsner, right?
Yes, we're used to that, like more of that super clear kind of. But I mean, it's got that nice golden color though to it, man.
The taste was pretty on point, though.
Yeah.
So I'll see if you agree.
Proof is in the pudding.
Sure.
Cheers. Let's see that nose. Smells like a beer.
Pilsnery.
Pilsner.
Not bad.
Clean,
Clean,
crisp,
crisp,
Pilsnery.
Pilsnery.
Local.
Local place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have.
The
Man,
guys there are cool.
I haven't been
I like going
Magnifying
there.
forever. So they're opening up a new location, I think.
Yeah.
Down the shore or something?
South? Or is
Yeah.
it down the shore?
Or is it
Down
near
south
Philly,
somewhere?
maybe?
Something like that. Yeah.
I forget. Yeah.
They're not moving, but it's going to be a second location.
Yeah. Which you're seeing more. Yeah. But then you have like something like Icarus, which is moving.
Is moving, but
Yeah.
they're moving to a bigger spot.
Yeah.
And being down the shore, I feel like that whole thing just like kind of, I don't know if it's put on hold or what's going on, but I
Yeah.
feel like it's taken kind of a
Yeah,
long
it
time.
is. It is. You think this is the time you want it to be open.
Yeah.
I just saw some interesting news, though, recently. Anchor Steam is coming back.
Really?
Chobani.
We had a whole topic about that.
I know. I remember.
Whole episode.
So, Anchor Steam, oldest craft brewery, right, or something, and out of San Fran.
Francisco?
They were owned by some company, foreign company, and it was almost like there was no love being put into it. You know, it was people who didn't really know, who bought it, didn't really know what they were doing.
The employees were trying to raise money so they can just take over themselves.
So some billionaire, the guy who created Chobani yogurts,
The Chobani yogurt?
yeah, they bought it up.
Interesting.
Yeah, they bought it up. And I think they also own a coffee thing too, or whatever. But I guess it's something that maybe he's a beer fan, or maybe he's just like But it's being resurrected, so
Excellent.
That's pretty cool to see that we might be seeing some Anchor
Cheers to
Steam
Anchor
back on the
Steam.
shelves again. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was some new news. In other news, it was a big week too. Like John, what happened this week?
Yeah, the whole Donald Trump hush money trial came to an end, and was it 34 counts? All guilty, guilty.
Pretty crazy.
It is our first president that ever had criminal charges brought against him, and he is now a felon. But I'm a Dan Abrams guy. You ever watch Dan Abrams?
I know who he is.
I like Dan Abrams.
Yeah.
He said that it's the lowest charge of felon like you can be. So there's probably 99% is not going to be any jail time.
Yeah.
It's probably just going to be probation. He can still walk free. He can still run for office.
And he's going to appeal.
He's going to appeal, so
Yeah.
that'll take forever. Sentencing is July 11th, but if the appeal goes longer, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But it'll be our first president, our first person running for president that has a felon background.
See, it doesn't make sense though. That it would be. I mean, I honestly didn't think. Just judging. I'm gonna be completely unbiased about this, but if Michael Cohen was the one,
he's the man
writing the checks,
the man that brought him down.
But if he's the one writing the checks and he's the one that it was him, and he served time too, didn't he?
He for perjury, I believe. I think he was. He's lied. I believe he lied on.
Yeah, and
under oath.
he openly says, I want to put him in jail, so he's coming into it,
like with a vendetta.
Yeah. So basically, he's gonna a guy who's guilty of perjury, you're gonna put him on the stand.
He was the main witness. Yeah.
So it's interesting when you
Listen.
hear it.
My 100% honest opinion. I don't love Donald Trump. As a person. I like what he did as a president. I'm not a Joe Biden fan at all. He can go take a
Yeah.
hike. Did Donald Trump sleep with a porn star back in the day? He
Probably did.
He's got enough money where he can probably
Yeah.
pay for that.
Yeah.
Did he do the hush? Did he pay her off to probably not say anything? He probably did. But this is what people with money do. It's what they do.
Did Bill Clinton get a blowjob in the Oval?
Exactly. This was before he was president. This was before he was a politician.
Yeah.
He was just
Did
a business owner.
Menendez sleep with an underage hooker? He probably
did.
did.
Right. But this man is so hated
Yeah.
that this is the big thing.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I mean, the president got a blowjob in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
He cigar banged some chick.
Yeah.
You know, she's got the stains to prove it.
Yeah.
Nobody talks ill about him right now.
That wasn't toothpaste.
No, it wasn't toothpaste. No.
So
That was little Clintons running around on the purple dress. Little Billies.
Billy.
You know? So it's just a goddamn shame, man.
Yeah.
Because they know the power that this man has. They know
Yeah.
the people want him, and they're
Well,
doing anything to keep
So
him down.
the judge actually said, "I'm going to give the jury more time to deliberate." They're like, "No, we got this."
Yeah, they were like, "Nah, give us 5 minutes. We're
"Yeah,
good."
we got this." And so what does that tell you, though?
And-
This is a former president of the United States, where you would think you want to take as much time as possible to make sure you're making that right decision. And they
look,
said, "We got this."
look who made up the jury: lawyers,
Yeah,
business people.
yeah,
It wasn't like your typical
yeah.
people that don't know what's going on. These were smart, intelligent. I don't want to say smart and
Yeah,
intelligent.
but doesn't
because
Trump's
what they
people
did-
have part of the jury process too, though? Aren't they part of the picking? So,
They do, but
yeah.
the judge has the final.
I know.
think
I felt that the judge had a little bit too much power.
Too much power, exactly.
And it wasn't necessarily. And I think he obviously doesn't like Trump. I think that's a given.
100%.
Which what is that? You know, is it a just system? Do you honestly feel that this judge would have been just? Because that's part of being a judge. That's what you're hired to do, is to look at both sides and everything. And I feel like this guy had it out for him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, and it's a shame because, like I said, is he the greatest person as a person? No. But he ran the country like a business. He did very good for us. The country is turning to shit right now. And he just wants to fix it. That's all. He just wants to be where we were.
You feel that this is going to hurt or help him?
I think this will help him.
Yeah.
I think this will help him. My only concern now is they said a possible sentence could be where you got to stay home, like you can't leave the house. Right?
How are you going to campaign like that?
How can you go out if you're
just to the American people, you know, and
what do they call that? Home? What do they call it?
home arrest or something, or not?
House arrest or something like that? Or?
I don't know. Yeah, the American people, like, please don't be blind to, you know, what's going on and what's really happening here. The reality of the situation is they've been doing it for the last 40 years since he became out of office. And like I said, I'm not like a big Trump, like, oh, I love Trump or anything like that. Not at all.
As a person,
like, it hasn't stopped between. All started with the impeachment, and it just hasn't ended. It's almost like I'm sick of, especially these politicians, and it could go both ways. Don't get me wrong, where they focus too much on putting their opponents down and saying their opponent does this. I'm sick of it. Tell me what you're going to do as a leader of our country to help our country. Stop doing the childish, oh, well, he did this, and he did that, and he did this, or she did that, or whatever. Start saying, this is what, all I want to hear is, what are you going to do to make this country better?
they don't need to. They have a man like Trump to go against.
Yeah.
They don't need to. All they need to do is put him down.
It's sad.
That's it.
It's
That's
sad.
it.
It's sad.
You've got this senile.
He's not fit. I'm sorry, he's not fit. I was just telling my wife before, I said, if the Democrats are smart, they would convince Biden not to run again, and find someone else that is more
There's nobody
in
else.
it.
That's the problem. There's nobody else.
Yes.
There's nobody else.
And what's his name? Robert Kennedy, whatever, is out. He's not because the libertarians voted on for someone else.
They just today a popular Democratic senator just left the Democratic Party and became an independent. Senator Minchin.
Yeah. Oh.
They're dropping. You don't see the vice president anywhere, right? She's God knows what the hell she's doing.
Another one that just badmouth. Let me just badmouth everyone.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
She don't do anything.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And that's the thing. And that's why I say, people, please open your eyes, see what's going on here.
I hear a lot of people thinking, "Oh, Obama is really running the country behind this. Like he's still he's still the one in control of the Democrats and what's going on." But I'm a best man for the job type of guy. I did vote for Obama. I'll say that. At the end, was I happy that I did? I don't know. I didn't like who he was running against at the time.
There was nothing memorable about him.
No, there was nothing memorable. He was a good talker. You know what? He was able to speak.
He was
He was able to convince. That was his job.
I didn't
this
mind
piece
Clinton
of shit that's
too
in there
much either,
now.
though. Yeah.
I was a Billy guy. I love Bill. Listen, if you're getting blowjobs and you're finger banging chicks, you're the fucking man. Go for it, right? Because his wife is another piece of crap.
Her, I don't like.
No,
at all.
But Joe Biden is just listen. Maybe he's a nice guy. He's a grandpa.
I wouldn't have your daughter sit on his lap though.
He'll
smell her hair and go.
He's a piece of shit pedophile that is not fit to run this country. I'm sorry, he's not.
Yeah,
he's not.
And he's got that. And I mean, his son's not going to help him. I'll tell you that for sure, man. He's got that.
Listen, who your son is and whatever. I can't put that on you. You know what I mean? Your kid does drugs. You didn't give him the drugs. You didn't. But you're trying to cover it up for yourself. And you're giving him positions that he probably shouldn't have. Why does his son have any communication with Putin? Why does he have any communication?
Yeah. Well, it's interesting, John, though. Let me ask you this, though. Do you put your president at a higher level? Do you look at them at a higher level? Do you
100%?
You put them on a pedestal.
They should be. That's your president.
Now, here's the thing, and this is a way to look at it. If you can't lead your son in the right direction, can you lead a country in the right direction?
No.
You know?
No. But, like I said, sometimes you just can't blame people for what.
I know, but I'm sorry, dude. Your dad is the president of the United States, and you're doing lines and shit and doing whatever you're doing. Like, come on, man.
It's because he's got a big schlong.
No, it's because it's a power trip. It's a power trip.
Well, it's a power trip.
He's like, I'm invincible. I can do whatever the hell I want. But he can't do whatever the hell he wants because
you get caught.
You get caught.
You're in the limelight.
If you think that if someone is doing a random Joe is doing coke, do you think they're going to be looking at him as much as they're looking at you? They're going to look at you tenfold.
Absolutely.
So you raised an idiot, Joe. You raised an idiot,
and you feel bad because the one passed, and
then the other one banged the wife of the one that passed.
Did he?
Dude, you don't know about that?
I don't remember that.
His brother passed away, and Bo had a relationship with the wife after.
Bo was the one that died.
No, not Bo. Hunter.
Really?
Had the relationship with the wife.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that this guy he can't even put together a full sentence anymore, and it's. Mm-hmm. Why would you even run for you couldn't find anybody else just to run for election?
Yeah.
This guy's not gonna last another 4 years.
Yeah.
Come on.
It should be interesting.
It should be.
I think Trump is.
Trump is definitely the Republican nominee going forward. I'm interested to see who he's going to pick for vice president. I
see Nikki Haley's on his side all of a sudden. I saw that.
Of course they are. Once they lose, of course.
Yeah, I know. It's like all of a sudden. Also, what's his name? DeSantis was he was apparently extremely pissed off at the
at
result.
the trial.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
yeah. So there's I guess they put their emotions and politics aside sometimes, but it is politics, I guess, ultimately in the end.
They have to put their emotions aside because they have to back their party's nominee.
Yeah. And Speaker of the House, too, was kind of pissed off about it all and all that.
I like him.
I like him. Yeah, I know that he got some shit from some of the far rights about his decisions with the war. I mean, I like that direction that he's going. That he's saying, "All right, guys, we have to find a middle ground. It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. We're not all going to like it. We're not all going to be happy about it. But at some point, someplace, the left and the right have to be friends.
It's never going to happen.
Or they have to be able to work together. Better put it that way.
Yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
But they
hopefully
used to.
for our kids' sake, it'll happen, you know, in the near future. But
if it ain't working and it's separating our country, I think this is probably the most divided we've ever been as a country. And if it's doing that, then maybe we got to rethink things and how we do things.
Maybe you need that independent person to come in and be like, start taking over, where the two sides would be like, who the fuck is this guy? Let's get together and get rid of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe there's somebody out there that can just...
yeah.
As of right now, I don't see it happening for a
And I'm seeing a lot of these...
We're almost in civil war because of it. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's really sad.
It is. Once again, like John said, though, if you can run the country, the personal life stuff, whatever... All of these presidents, Kennedy, they're all guilty of messing around, doing the thing, whatever.
Kennedy had mafia ties. He was banging Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah. And...
but people loved him. You look past that because they loved him. He did a great job.
But they're really trying to dig a lot of dirt. I mean, once, like John said, did he have a relationship with Stormy Daniels and do whatever? Yeah, he probably did.
But guess what? He wasn't a president then. He wasn't a politician then.
And all these presidents, a lot of them, I would say a lot of them.
They abuse their power. Of course they do.
Yeah. Even that one in the wheelchair probably got banged. Who's that?
You couldn't wait. Couldn't wait till I put that in my mouth. Franklin Roosevelt?
Was it? Or Eisenhower? No, I don't know which one it was.
Roosevelt. Franklin Roosevelt was in the wheelchair. Remember Annie? This sun will come?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Franklin Roosevelt.
Oh. Yeah, he probably even,
Yeah, he probably.
She's like, come roll on over here.
Can't feel you, but...
All right, on that note, John, it's been fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a great weekend.
You too. Happy Memorial Day. God bless our soldiers and our veterans.
We didn't get a chance to say that last week. Yeah. Nashville Barrel, awesome. Magnify, keeping it together, doing their thing, man. Really good stuff, man. I like that stuff. It's you guys are starting to become an OG now, man. In the Jersey beer industry. Johnny, cheers, bud.
Cheers, brother.
As always, cheers to you guys. All right.